Start with the 12-inch on the left, and how about the 8-inch next to it? Oh, of course, the silhouette's easy. 10-inch next to that. Did I hit it? No. There we go. Can I get the center of the orange silhouette? All right, can I get it back? Oh, that was me, not the gun. All right, you know Riders Range as 1911s. We've done 22 different videos on the Great Affordable 1911 series. We'll put a link up here in the description so you can click on the introduction to that series. So we looked at 44 different 1911s, so you know that we like John Browning stuff. Well, John Browning also was the initial designer for the Browning High Power. Initially it was the HIGH Power because it had 13 rounds in the magazine compared to most of the single stacks back then. They changed it to just a simple HI-power at some point during the iteration. And we have a, well, this is a high power, but this is an FN high power, which is basically the same thing as a Browning, but it doesn't say Browning anywhere on it. Now, Browning, again, was the original designer of the 1911, which is our favorite series. John Moses Browning is the great gun guru, in my opinion. He also started the design on the Browning High Power, but never finished it. He died several years before this gun was actually finished and put into production. He died in 1926. So the French commissioned this initially, and it was eventually put into service around 1935, and there are currently about 50 different armies worldwide, at least that had been using this at its heyday. So there's some additions that have been done to this gun. We're going to talk about those a little bit, but we're going to shoot it a little first. We're going to start out at 12, then do our usual 25 and 50, and between those we'll talk a little bit more about this particular gun. So the high power 9mm on Riders Range. FN high power, also known as the Browning high power. We're going to try it on the plates here at 12 yards and see how it works here on Riders Range. Pulled that last shot. Not the gun's fault, certainly my fault. Nice shooting little gun here at 12 yards. This has some additions on it. This gun is actually about a 1990s vintage gun, and it had some work done by Robar. They did the finish on it. They also put a fire control group in that came from cylinder and slide. They took out the magazine disconnect on it, crowned the barrel, made a nice little gun out of this, a nice shooting little gun. It shoots better than I can. We're going to set the cameras up for 25 yards and try this 9mm high power at 25. 25 yards with the high power. Again, it'll do its job. The cylinder and slide fire control group installed by Robar on a gun finished by Robar is making this thing shoot really, really nice. It's got a beautiful trigger and reset. We'll get back to that here in just a minute. 25 yards. We'll start with the 12-inch on the left, and how about the 8-inch next to it? Of course, the silhouette's easy. 10-inch next to that. Did I hit it? No. There we go. Can I get the center of the orange silhouette? All right, can I get it back? Oh, that was me, not the gun. There we go. Can I get the pelvis on that? I can. Can I get it back? No! Alright, we're going to try at least one more to get that back. There we go. Alright, this gun's doing its job as long as I can do mine. It's got about a 5-pound trigger in it, but it really doesn't feel like it. This is feeling to me more like about a 3, but on the gauge it comes out to a pretty consistent 5 pounds. Really, really nice trigger, wonderful reset, and we'll show you that when we get done with 50 yards. So let's move the camera over to 50 and see how it works. Alright, we are unloaded. No magazine, nothing in the chamber, and as I mentioned, this does have a very, very nice trigger. Measures 5, feels like about 3, And see if we can show the reset here. Very short, very nice reset. No real creep, no over travel, just a beautiful, beautiful trigger on this gun. So that means that the gun will do its job. Let's see if I can do mine at 50. All right, we'll start on the lower silhouette. Should be able to hit that. All right, how about the 12-inch to the right next to it, white with an orange center? I don't know where that went. There we go. 12-inch red one with a white center, high right. Settle in. There we go. All right, let's see if this is worthy of a 10-inch. Again, it is. The question is whether or not I am. White 10 on the left. That's about where I should probably quit, but we'll try the orange 10 next to it. All right, let's go back to the white 10. Now I know I ought to quit, but we'll go back to the silhouette. And no, I missed the silhouette. All right, got to get the silhouette. There we go. Can I get it again? I'm not going to blame it on the gun. I'm going to blame it on me. One more time. All right. There it is. Again, it's an FN high power 9mm, circa early to mid 1990s. Worked by Robar, cylinder and slide parts. You'll notice this does have the external extractor. Now, the gun was originally designed with an internal extractor. About 1962, they switched to an external extractor. They said for reliability, this gun has been highly reliable. This also has 3-dot night sights on it, and weighs in at about 30 ounces empty, just over 38 ounces fully loaded with 14 rounds of 124 grain ammo. The gun was designed for 124, and that's what we were shooting today, is Blazer Brass 124. So FN high power, also known as Browning high power, with some extra work done on it. Shoots really, really nice. I want to thank my friend Brent Fisher for bringing this gun out to Riders Range today and letting me try it out. It was a sad day for Browning or high power fans in general when in 2017 Browning stopped making these. Now they're still licensed by a company that's making them in India, and there's a couple of unlicensed copies that are still being produced in possibly in India and Turkey. These were also customized by a number of good gunsmiths once upon a time, and again, this one is very, very nicely done. And for a while this was in the Nighthawk custom catalog. And I saw one online earlier for about $3,500, a Nighthawk customized high power. Again, nice shooter. I didn't ask Brent how much he has in this one. I don't need to know, but I do know that it shoots nice, and I know that he loves the gun, and I can't blame him because I love it too. He's standing right here near me, so the gun is obviously going to follow him back home, not going to stay in Riders Range safe, but it sure would be a nice addition to it. If you like this video, we appreciate a thumbs up and comments for this video down below. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, click on the notifications bell, and comments on anything else, anything you'd like to see happening on Riders Range, send them to info@ridersrange.com. Check out our website, www.ridersrange.com. FN high power, also called the Browning high power, and a really, really nice shooting gun. I want to thank you for visiting Riders Range. Pulled that last shot.